All right, so walking down the side of the highway again, coming out of White's Pass, going back to the trailhead on the other side of the river, on the other side of the river, on the other side of the road, and hopefully gonna do 5 miles or so today, but the weather's looking pretty shit, so just want to get a tent set up before it starts raining. Tom's got his pizza, and yeah, I guess we'll have a campfire with the box. Got Lucky back with us. She came back from Cascade Locks, and then Ox back there too.
Hi, I'm Ox.
Carrying the whole weight of the world on his shoulders. But yeah, gang's all here. Back to the trail. Yeah. All right, first day back on the trail. Got a little bit of a late start, but we're just getting to the top of the first climb. Finally seeing some views. We're gonna take a break at the tippy top. Can see Rainier in front of me, walking by like a ski lift, which kind of adds a little insult to injury. Keep thinking that it'd be a lot easier to take that up to the top, but this is more worth it, right? Just a couple switchbacks more. Fun. You can see the trail out in front of you. Know exactly where you're going. Every climb is always worth it. Get to the top. Snow peaks over here on this side. See back the way we just came. This whole trail. All the way over there. That way. I feel like a weatherman, but it's amazing up here. It's a little after 4 o'clock, about like 5 miles from the next 7,000 mark that we're gonna hit. That's where we're planning on camping tonight. And I know all the peaks around us have snow. It's pretty cool. Horses down there. We're about like 700 feet from the top. And it's already like so barren. Just wide open, and the sun keeps going away from these clouds rolling in, but there's one after another and they seem to go away. But I think this is the last water source before we go all the way up to the top. Snowman.
Like small
Yeah, a little.
Not like that. That would look completely disproportionate.
Yeah, give him arms.
Whereabouts? Out there?
Yeah. He's a little bit like.
He needs
Cripple.
like a nose and a mouth.
Oh yeah. Everyone's doing it.
Mount Rainier. Tomorrow we climb up there, all the way up that. Right now I think we got the best view in the house though. I just shot that clip a second ago of the whole valley, and within like a few minutes, it's like completely filled in. The clouds. Still got Mount Rainier off there in the distance. for sure the hardest thing about getting off the trail is not going to have these views every morning. Okay, it's like 8:30. Just got out of camp. Heading up to walk across that. It'll be cool. Like around 7,000 feet. A little bit more. Kind of goes up and down around it. But yeah, it's gonna be sweet. This is like one of the best views of Mount Rainier that we've gotten so far. It'll probably even look better from way up there. Not even all the way up yet.
You can see the different layers of sediment and stuff in the rock.
Yeah, that's crazy. You see the trail going up right here? And it goes up right here too to that little peak. We're gonna be in the snow. Down there is where we just camped. All the way up and around. We were below the snow, now we're above it. Oh god, wish you could like see the angle that we gotta climb. You like can't help but stop every few minutes. This is insane. Tom. See right near. Just up and over this, you know, no big deal. Alright, so on the other side, see Mount St. Helens in the distance. More purposefully though, is there a trail up that edge, and then up along this to that point. Almost there. All right, first snow crossing, 2 choices, low or high. So, just did first snow crossing, which was super sketchy. Got the poles out just to be sure. At like the tallest point right now, which is, I think is 7,200 feet. Which would be the tallest I've gotten to so far by like another 89 feet of elevation. But I mean, I'm going to show you guys the same view over and over again. But it really never gets old. Just been staring at Rainier every time I get the chance to look up from my feet. But I think we're going to take a break here at the campsite that's on top of the ridge. I'm kind of glad we didn't stay there last night. That'd have been a tough climb to finish on. It's much easier starting it with today in the morning. We're gonna be going all downhill from here, literally all the way to like Trout Lake. So glad to get the worst part over, but it's always worth it.
635 feet.
Helens, Rainier.
Oh no.
All right, came around the corner from our high point. We got Mount Adams, St. Helen, And then obviously the most frequent one, Rainier, right there. Just like all three of these just giant peaks.
Doesn't really look dark enough.
These weird ass bricks. Must have been. Oh, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 7:50 this morning. Shooting for 7:30, but 8 works too. Had a great camp by this lake here. Didn't fish at it. No one does that. No one goes fishing. There's no fish in it. We're in a wildlife preserve, so you wouldn't even think to do that. Yeah, gonna get started actually before 8 o'clock. Need to do at least 20 miles. So hopefully we have enough time before we start jacking off. Yeah, just to explain a little more. Yesterday, after we did Goat Rocks, we came down and it was about lunchtime. We realized we had only done about 5 miles, but the up and down in the elevation and the steepness that we had to do for the first 5 miles was so brutal. We decided to just do 5 more miles to get to that lake. So like it was like a total of 10. So that's why today it's so important that we really push some more, because we got like around 40 to Trout Lake. We can buy some more ramen. Unfortunately, it looks like Mount Adams is in a bit of a cloud. Still beautiful. It's kind of cold today, so still got the jacket on. But yeah, we just need to kind of make up some miles. Apparently we're going to be going around the base, going right around the base of Mount Adams. So it doesn't seem like that far on the map, but once you put your eyes towards it, it looks a lot farther. Because we got to go around that base over there. More berries. Yes. So right before we got to all these berries, we had 2 separate people tell us that one saw a bear, and then the other one was like, I heard it like right off the trail, and from the way he described it, he was like right here. And we really just got excited about the berries. We figured if there's a bear here, there must be good berries. So that puts where our head's at right now. So, woke up today early because we're trying to get into Trout Lake a little bit quicker. And I found that some mice tried to get into my tent last night. Chewed a nice little hole right through the mosquito netting, right next to where my food bag was. Fuckers. So today, this right here is actually Mount Adams, and so we got to walk right around the base of it to get to Trout Lake, and we just got like the first glimpse of it from the very bottom. We're surprised to see it. We thought it would be like too close to actually pick up on, but it's big enough where you can still see it sticking out. But when you're so close to it, all you can really see is just the giant glacier hanging off the side of it. It's a lot of snow. It's big. You gotta go right around it. Forget that last clip. This is just epic. It's just absolutely beautiful. Can't get. The only thing that would make having Mount Adams a little better would if Rainier wasn't all cloudy today, but we're enjoying it. Well, it's sticking out now. Hey, Rainier.
Yeah, looks easy enough.
Sorry?
Looks easy.
Subtle reminders that all these places used to be active volcanoes.
Probably would have fell down probably 30, 40 times like that without the poles. It's extra weight and off balance.
This keeps getting crazier and crazier. So now we came around the corner and we see Mount St. Helens closer than ever before. Looking at that from Rainier, it was like a speck in the distance. Basically out here, if you can't see two mountains of view, that view sucks. St. Helen over here, and Rainier right there, and up around this corner actually. There's Adams again. Alright, now we finally got a new mountain into the mix. That one right there. You can see Mount Hood. You just see forever out here. Even the backside of like Mount Adams is pretty cool. Just walking through these ridges, you can just see one peak after another. It's, it's crazy. Like to think today we started on the other side of Mount Hood and walked all the way around the base of it. And we didn't even get to our destination yet. We got like 6 miles to Trout Lake. But they look so big in the distance. I mean, they look really big up close too. Bye, Mount Adams. take a drink.
Sending live from the back of Dan's truck.
That's what.
Sorry, yeah, it's
You
fucking...
got the cold one too.
Oh, they're not all cold.
Got off the trail just in time to grab a ride.
I need to get some video.
Wait,
of
Ben. Headphones gone.
You should get some.
Really? Sure?
Bye, Mount Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you don't really ever leave it, do you? Alright, so got the campsite set up. Here in, why can't I remember the name?
Trout Lake.
Trout Lake. There's no lake, so there's therefore no trout, so I don't know why they called it that.
It's an old trout
But-
walking around.
Yeah, you're an old trout. But now we're gonna go get dinner at the diner, hopefully before it closes at 8, and then pick up some more beer, and then come back to the campsite because we're gonna be here all night and hit the trail sometime later tomorrow.